This enemy on the map we call Duck Knight. He can move up to 4 times. Sometimes he will block you by going here or down here. If that happens, what you do is go over here and enter the travel pond. You can enter any level really, we just enter the travel pond because there's no starting text at the start of the level. But you go in here and then leave the level. Leave the level. And this will cause the Duck Knight to move again. Now, say you want to go to the Lich Yard, and Duck Knight is standing on the Lich Yard. Go up to him and stand on this spot and enter the bonus level, and then hit start and return to title screen. And what this does is it causes you to stay on the same position on the map, but Duck Knight or whatever enemy on the map will move, and then you can enter the level uncontested. It does waste time, but it guarantees that you'll be able to enter the level. And now Lich Yard. The 2 main enemies are skeletons, which walk back and forth, and then frogs, which are completely random, and I'll explain why. The frogs have 3 different jump heights, 3 different jump distances, 3 different jump timings, and they can electrify themselves, and when they're electrified, you can't pogo them. If they're asleep, however, they won't bother you at all. Like this one, not going to bother me. This first one will jump, you have to react to whatever he does, because I don't know where he's going to go. Right here, I like to do a jump cancel, or attack in the air as I approach this. Go away, frog. And then cancel as I hit the ground. I think it saves frames over walking up and doing that. That's just my personal opinion. If you can, jump to cut this corner, or just walk off of it, it really doesn't matter. Pogo this, pogo here, pogo that, and then jump cancel, and then pogo again. Or swing at that just breakable wall, and then pogo it. Look. I'll do this next room several times, because this trick is kinda hard. But I like to walk into the skeleton, or walk up to him and get as close as possible, and then I use triangle to do a short hop attack, and then I hold down forward, in this case down right. And that's what happens if you miss it. But that causes you to pogo him twice and get to the highest point on the ladder you can as quickly as possible. Alternatively, you can do this. Do whatever you find is easier. I personally think that is the fastest way. For this room, jump off the first ladder, and then get to that, and then you would jump over to where that other frog is and either land on the platform or bounce off of him. The more advanced way to get through this room is to do this. And the way this works is you take damage from the frog, you run into the middle of his hitbox, swing your shovel, cancel, and then do a delayed pogo to get off of the frog and up to the next platform. It is very important that you delay that pogo, otherwise you will not have enough height to get up here. Also, something to note is that after you pogo this first frog, you will either land on the platform with the next frog, or you will pogo him. So either way, as I approach, like right about here, I like to push jump just in case I don't pogo the frog, and the reason for this is your invincibility will actually wear out right as you approach this second frog. For these dark rooms, what I like to do is line myself up with these blue bricks, like right here, wait until you see a bit of Shovel Knight shadow, and jump. And then same thing here, wait until you pass these blue bricks, and then jump. Right here, you just hold down right, and the room works every time. These platforms lower as long as there's 2 of something on it, Shovel Knight and an enemy, or 2 enemies, and even the skull, like that big guy over there with his hat, his skull will count as an object. So just go over here, hold down right, get hit. No, you're not supposed to get hit. I messed this up yesterday too. But you get that. Jump as soon as you land there. And with this next frog, what I'm going to do is jump toward him, swing as I approach the ground, and then jump cancel that into another attack, and it'll look like this. Jump, short hop, full jump, and that gives you that gets you right here on the ladder, which minimizes climbing time. You don't have to jump off these ladders to meet the cycle in this room. I just do it anyway out of habit. The next room has two frogs that are completely random. There's one on a higher ledge, one on a lower ledge. You just have to react to whatever they do. So just walk into the room and don't jump until he jumps. And ideally you can still hit him with your shovel, and sometimes he will move to the right and go down to the next platform and lower it, which wastes your time. But again, it's just reacting to whatever they do. Either walk off that ledge or jump off of it, and then get the skull to the rightmost part on this platform. But be careful, because you have to have it very exact, or it will be slightly on this platform that does not lower, and then you'll have to hit it again. It just saves the most time possible. The second frog, again, completely random. Sometimes he'll jump over to you, sometimes he won't. You just have to react. Don't worry about the skeleton on the left, just focus on the one on the right. Just fall straight down, and as soon as the one on the right raises his sword, jump and pogo him, and pogo off of this to save frames. If you need the health, obviously pick it up. There's two different ways you can do this room. You can go this top way, and then jump off this ledge. Messed it up, let me try it again. Oh, I can't actually get it back up there now. Maybe I can. Yes, okay. Let me try again. And it looks like you shouldn't pogo the skeleton, but you will, and then kill that guy with jump cancels to get here. Alternatively, you can go the bottom way and do a damage boost on the second skeleton. Like that. And don't worry about if you get hit to the left. As long as you continue holding right and jump, you'll get over here just fine. There's some other stuff about damage boosting I need to explain later, but I'll go into that when it's necessary. Right here, walk to the right part of this platform, and then jump and swing your shovel when you reach your apex. And that should cause you to hit the ghost out of your way, and then you won't stop on the next ledge. Like that. Sometimes this guy will rise, sometimes he won't. Pick up this checkpoint if you want it. I wouldn't in a PB attempt because I don't need it. If you want to pick it up without wasting much time, hold up left, jump off the ladder and swing, and then hold up right. And the reason this works is because when you're swinging your shovel in the air, you can move the opposite direction you're facing a little bit. That just saves time. Right here, I like to take damage from the first frog and get boosted right just to get through the frogs guaranteed. You don't have to get hit by them, but it's much easier because, again, the frogs are random. So if you want to get through there guaranteed, you just get hit by the first one and continue. And there is health before Specter Knight if you need it. Hit this thing, get on this platform, and line yourself up with these bricks, do a full jump, wait till you land, jump, and swing like right after you jump. It just takes practice to get used to. It is very difficult to do, obviously, because you can't see what you're doing. But it's much easier than people make it out to be. The next boss fight is Specter Knight in the next room, and I'm going to explain some things before I go in there. I'm going to try and be reflecting him back into the corner, which I'll explain when I do it, how you do it. And keep in mind that his first teleport is always to the opposite corner of whichever one he's in, so ideally I will make his first teleport be to the bottom left corner. But after that, all his teleports are random. Jump up here, hit him back, this saves the most time. Get hit by the scythe, come down here, do some jump attacks, and then pogo him. Ideally, he should be dealt 8 damage. Wait until he's about to move out of the corner before you reflect him. Like that. And then this is where the randomness comes into play. And now try and reflect him again. If he had gone to the bottom left corner on that second teleport, you could have gotten a quick kill by doing jump cancel attacks in the corner. I'm going to let him continue so I can show off all of his phases. He's going to go over here, do this, try and pogo him if you can. Occasionally he'll make the screen dark. I'm waiting for him to do a certain attack. This one, he'll just sit in the one of the corners and throw his scythe and wait for it to come back. Then he'll teleport to the other, and then you can kill him. But those are pretty much all of his mechanics that I can think of. He can also summon some skeletons, but they're not a big deal. This is one of the 3 dreams that you cannot skip, and in each of them it is faster to die. So all you have to do in each one is find the fastest way to die. What I'm going to be doing is using the skeletons, because when their swords are raised, they deal a whole heart of damage, otherwise they deal a half. So what I'm going to do is get hit by this one, jump over here a certain distance, and then come back, and just repeat the process. And ideally you will land under Shield Knight and catch her. There's no set spot you need to land, but as long as you hear this sound, that means you caught her and saved 2 seconds.